Good morning. Tea with me. Good morning, Vegas and True Peak. This is Tea with Pops. Notice we're not starting out with copyrighted music. No, no, no. We must go. Good morning. Good morning. Let's have each other say hi to each other for each other moment. Okay? Guys, remember Yossi the pig? Guys, remember Yossi? Yossi started microdosing. You guys remember Yossi? He started microdosing and he went from poor Yossi that couldn't even get around or do anything, and he was all overweight and he was out of control. And there's Yossi. Do you guys remember that? Can pigs fly? Can camels fly? Can camels fly? How about horses? Can a horse fly? How about a horse? How do they get to the Kentucky Derby? How does an Arabian horse get to the United States? Does it swim across the Atlantic? What happens? Are you guys saying good morning to each other? Whose thumb is lazy this morning? Who just flat out doesn't feel like pushing the like button? Who's just going to boycott the like button today? You guys know that there's a new feature on here? A new feature. I can tell who pushes the like button and who doesn't now. Yep. I can tell. Jolie, that's normal. Can camels fit through the head of an eye of a head of a needle? Can a camel be a hammer on top of a nail? Okay. Niffer, that's a good girl. So, yeah, I can keep track now of if Yossi pushed a like button, I would know it. He hasn't pushed one yet, I gotta be honest. I've been waiting for Yossi to push the like button. Haven't seen it yet. You know why we want the like buttons pushed? So we keep growing even when Pops is on timeouts. Push the like button. We're gonna have a fun week. Okay? Let's go to another screen. We're gonna go to another screen. Hold on. How about this one? How about this one? Let's get serious now. You're world traveling, okay? You're a world traveler. By the way, we have a new contest format this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. I promise. Lots of people going to win, or at least can get a chance to win. Win big, win big. So if you're a world traveler, you're going to go to a lot of different countries. Remember last week we figured it out. There was 197 of them. 197 countries. That means, do you know that different countries in their culture have proverbs that belong just to that country? Then other countries steal them and use them, but they're attributed to countries. Most of the proverbs we hear are like Chinese. I love proverbs. Give me 5 people. Give me 5 people that like proverbs. Just 5. That's all I need. What's going on with Pop's hair? 5 people. Oh yeah, there's American proverbs. Usually done by Yogi Berra. No, those are Berra-isms. Proverbs. Pop verbs. Oh, bubble gum killer. That's funny. Proverbs, I tend to learn a lot. Because my brain takes, I don't just read what it says, then I go, how would that apply? Does it apply? You guys want to travel around the world with me? We're going to pick a proverb out of a certain country. The first person to say what country it is going to, actually the first three. The first three. Okay? Professor's Proverbs, Hagues. The first three people will move forward to the spin to win round. Okay? Here we go. Here's the proverb. Okay. Wait a minute. Whoops. There we go. There we go. Treat the lesser as you would have the greater treat you. That's the translation. Treat the lesser as you would have the greater treat you. What country? Most countries say that in one way or another. But this one's being attributed. I looked it up. I'm going to show you my sources too. Just so you know, I'm going to show you a source. Getting French vibes over there, huh? No. I think I'm just going to give it to the first person now. Forget three people. First person to say it. Not Zimbabwe. Nope. Not China. Nope. No, not Russia. It's not Lithuanian either for today. Ladrand has it correct. Venezuela. See that right there? It's called a Venezuelan proverb. We're just going to believe the online. Ladrand. It is, according to all of our resources, it is a Venezuelan proverb. So Liddy Ladrand. Check this out. Your name's first on the list. Boop. Ladrand. Your name's on the list. Ladrand. Excuse me. Well, that was kind of interesting. I think every country has one of those. But that's Venezuela's way to say it. Okay? Was that interesting? Be honest. Now you know something about Venezuela you didn't know before, besides Caracas is their capital, right? Something like that. Kim, send in your reading. That was the old days. We don't require that of anybody anymore. We do like readings from people, though, especially personal letters. Ladrand, you're now on the winner list. Excuse me, I take that back. You're on the spinner list. Here's how it's going to work. Just to remind everybody, we're going to get all these names on this list this week, and on Friday, we're going to have 2 contests, and we're going to give away big boxes full of lots of stuff. Okay? So what you have to do is you have to qualify to win. Then you have to be here on Friday to be in the final games to pick up your prize. If you're not here Friday, we'll give it to somebody else on the list. Here's the fun part for a guy like Trevor Slater, for example. Trevor Slater wins, so far, he's averaged 22 wins per week. Okay? That's been how many times he's averaged. So a couple of weeks he's won an 11, and then there's been some weeks he's like 144. Okay? So Trevor tends to be very sharp here. We give Trevor a lot of credit for a Wi-Fi connection, but I think he's just really smart. Trevor Slater, here's what's he's screwed, because he can only put his name on the list one time. Trevor and anyone else like you, When you win, you get your name on the list. If you win again, we hope you do. You have to give that spot away to somebody else here. And it would be up to Trevor. I love that you let me tease you. Thank you, my friend. So, for example, when Trevor wins his next one, he has to say, no, excuse me, Ladrand. If Ladrand wins another one this week, he has to give that spot away to somebody else. Is this making sense to you guys? I'm making it more complicated than it should be. I feel like I'm making it complicated. We're just trying to figure out and make sure everybody kind of understands my rules. I'm trying to get a list of people. I'm trying to get more people on the list than less. Okay? Okay, a bigger winner pool. Basically, I'm trying to keep Trevor from getting all the prizes. Okay? You guys have no idea how kind he is when we write back and forth and all this. I guarantee he'll be on it once a week anyways, so it doesn't matter, okay? I'm being so rude and mean to Trevor right now, okay? I love that guy. I act like all I have to do is say I love that guy after I've been rude and everything's okay. It's not. So stop it, Pops. Rando Facto. There's going to be one of these Rando Factos is going to qualify somebody for the next round. I mean, get on the spinner list. I'm going to read a couple of Rando Factos. Give me 5 people that said, Pops, I missed the Rando Factos, and we'd like to hear a couple. Rando Facto. Instead of rock and roll copyrighted music. Rando Facto. Before I do, can I give you guys a quick lecture? I'm just looked at my notes and I realized I have a lecture. This is like a Pops lecture. I'm going to give it anyways, and then we're going to do a Rando Facto. Okay? We have some really neat ones in here. Pops tries to be kind. I mess up a lot. I try to be generous. I try to give stuff away. We also have a website, and people have just done a beautiful job of helping us make sure that because a lot of that money ends up at our nonprofit organization that we're starting. So there's seed money happening. Pops has plans. He doesn't put any of this money. I never put money in my pocket from any of this. It goes into the building blocks of all of this. And it's fun to do it that way. Keeps my hands clean, right? And it keeps my motives pure. That's super important. You also find a platform where you can help other people in their small ways. And that makes it pure too, okay? Every once in a while, I make a mistake when I mail something out. Say I've got 20 boxes going in a day. I'll accidentally put one label on one box and another label on the other box, and I mixed it up. And you guys will end up with a box that it didn't look like you were supposed to. It's like, this isn't what I expected. That's disappointment to me. Okay? But what happens, generally speaking, what happens is at least one of those. So let me put it to this way. If I sent you a package and it was the wrong thing, in your imagination, can you picture somebody else somewhere in the United States getting a package with your thing in it and you got theirs? Give me 5 people that think, yeah, that probably happened. I'm going somewhere with this story. Yeah, that probably happened. Probably ended up with the wrong thing. Yeah, someone else probably got mine and I got theirs, and Would you look at your package and say, well, mine's bigger, I'm just going to keep it and not say anything? Or would, no matter what it is, you're just going to have to, a lot of you, yesterday is a perfect example of a great guy, texts me and says, Pops, it was the wrong thing. I love it, don't get me wrong, but I think you sent me the wrong package. It meant to me, now here's my problem when that happens. I don't necessarily know whose box I put the other label on. I don't necessarily, now there's still one more person out there with the wrong box. It's hard to recreate. Who got that one? Oh no, now I have to wait, and now, I'll be honest with you, at my end, let me tell you, my friends here, we all think that we'd respond. Guess what happens? The other guy doesn't ever call you back. Doesn't text you. I'm telling you guys, between you and me and the fence post here, ask some other people that do a lot of shipping. I would say 75% of the time, only one of the two parties tells me I made the mistake. I wish that wasn't the case. I wish I could fix yours too. I wish I could make sure that both parties got the right box. But more than that, I wish you would just speak out. Just tell me. Last night, perfect example, and the guy told me we fixed it. Keep that one. I'm going to send you the... fixed it with one person. The other person's floating out there and they have something that they didn't order. And this is the truth too. I'm not crying wolf. I'm a one-man show. I do it all myself. Every ounce of this, I do myself. Grow House, I have a little bit of help. Brock does his stuff over there, but I do it all. One-man show. So the final, here's where Pops got frustrated. This one wasn't fair. This one was not fair. And I'm not even going to ask you to fix it now. But I am calling you out. I am going to call this one out. This one was egregious. I'm working with CCS back and forth to get gummies made for you guys. He's going to make these gummies. He's going to he's working on all these recipes. He's excited. He's turning himself into a chemist and a cook and everything else as he's trying to figure out gummy recipes and all of that. Okay? CCS. And I'm working with them, and I'm like, I don't want it to cost you while you figure it out. I'll supply the stuff that you need to do your stuff. I'll send you 30 grams of the most finely ground, perfect, freeze-dried, not dehydrated, freeze-dried ghost powder that you can infuse into these gummies. We're both excited. I'm sending him 30 grams. That's over an ounce. This is for our experiment, but it's really because we want you guys to end up with like fire gummies. He's waiting for this. He opens his package. He sends me a picture of a piece of fruit. One of these fruits that I give away on Pop's Tea in the Morning. A giveaway fruit. He goes, Pops, did you mean to send this? No, that is what I meant to send you. See, he's the example of the guy that wrote me and said, my end got the wrong box. The other end, we've never heard from them. So, put that on the not cool list. All right? I'm not looking for anybody to tell us here or whatever. We can work that out. You know, I would have probably said, keep it. Whoops. So, when I make a mistake, it's going to impact two people in this situation, not just you. Okay? Not just you, it's going to impact somebody else. You don't even know how. You don't know if they were on their last dime. Okay. So is this is my pop lecture over? Pop lecture over. Let's treat each other. Did you see what this one said? Treat the lesser as you would have the greater treat you. All right? Give me 10 people that say, Pops, it was okay that you hollered at us. Sometimes I feel bad, but sometimes you need to get this stuff straight. Like, there'll be mistakes, but when they're egregious like that, it's like time to tell everybody in the family, hey, let's not do this. Somebody else gets hurt. Okay? But hey, sometimes it does need to be said, and I'm sorry. Pops, sometimes the old man just gets carried away at the dinner table. Okay, well, thank you. Thanks for letting me. Honestly, I didn't... Sam, man, we all need that lecture. You know how fun it is to receive a package? You're like, oh, I don't know if they know I got that. Is this for me or is this for Brock? And then you try to keep it? No. Okay, let's do the right thing. Okay. Enough said. Thank you guys for letting us talk about that. Did anybody here know how mosquitoes find their victims? How do mosquitoes find their victims? We're doing Rando Facto now. And I'm going to do another, get another entrance to the spinner list. Okay? They do it by CO2. You're right, Satter. And she knows. And Granny knows. They do it by carbon dioxide. Right? We exhale carbon dioxide as a living organism. Am I right? They can sense our carbon dioxide from as much as 70 feet away. They can feel they can hear, oh, there's a CO2 maker. And they head over to the CO2 maker and they take a bite out of it. That's pretty crazy. Are spiders all carnivore? Let me put it this way. Are spiders carnivores, omnivores, or vegetarians? Spiders. How would you classify a spider? Are they carnivores? Some of us think they're all of the above. Are there any strictly vegetarian spider? That's all I am. I eat salad. I'm a spider and I eat salad only. You guys are interested in this topic. Carnivore, I think it's a carnivore. Sharon, is there such a thing as strictly a vegetarian? That's it. I'm eating celery and that's it. I'm a spider on celery. Which one? I don't know. We have to look up the carnivore action. The spider named Kyle, he's definitely vegan. Okay, here. The Bagheria kiplingi. The Bagheria kiplingi. Everybody knows what that is. The Bagheria kiplingi is a vegetarian spider that lives in southeastern Mexico and northwestern Costa Rica. So it speaks Spanish. It speaks Spanish, and it eats salads only. Wacko spider. Okay? Who wants the job? This is your job. This is going to be your new job. I'm trying to hire someone to analyze cat tongues. You're a cat tongue analyzer. That's what your job's going to be. Who wants it? Nobody's even said how much am I paying per hour. Who wants to be a cat tongue analyzer? There's a job out there. There is a job for cat tongue analysts. Kimberly, you already know everything you can know about a cat tongue. Nurse is one. How come all the ladies are cat tongue analysts? Cat ladies. Hard pass, Hank. Cat tongue analysts, line up here. There's about 7 of them right here on this. It would be a rough job, right, moms? It would feel like sandpaper, maybe. Listen, according to an analysis of cats' tongues performed in 2006. So wait a minute. For there to be an analysis performed in 2006, it directly follows that there has to be analysts performing the analysis. Am I right? Therefore, there are jobs of being a cat tongue analyst. It's not a leap to say there's a job, because they come up with a whole analysis, the whole deal in 2006. A report. Everything you want to know about a cat tongue, boom, we're going to tell you about it in 2006. According to this analysis, their tongues do not have the taste receptors that react to sweet tasting things. No candy for kitty. All feline species, from the domestic house cat to lions or tigers, cannot taste anything sweet. Now that's a rando facto. That little piece of candy, no, can't even taste it. It doesn't even register on my receptors. Forget candy for the kitty. That is weird, isn't it? Niffer goes, no wonder they're so svelte. No wonder I've seen some fat cats. Okay, I have seen some fatties. Okay? But give me about 5 people that thought, you never knew that. I didn't. Pops knows everything. I'm Mr. Jeopardy. I won Jeopardy last night, playing at home. I won last night. I sit there and play Jeopardy at home. The final Jeopardy answer was easy. Did anybody watch Jeopardy last night? Who knows the final answer? Who knew the final answer? Easy. It wasn't my favorite category, though. Women in mythology. That's a tough category. Women in mythology. I don't like mythology. I don't like mythology. I did when I was younger, because now I'm like, who believes that crap? Who believed that so-and-so did so? Who believed that Achilles' heel is the only part that was because he was dipped in the river and held by his... Who believes this crap? These were like grown-up Greek people that were like telling each other these stories, going, oh yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm going to tell my kids this one. They wrote it down. Okay? I'm being rude to the myth people. Okay, sorry, Zeus, don't come and get me. But who believes that crap if you think about it? Really? You're wearing togas and telling each other about snakehead ladies? You guys are bored. No TV. No YouTube. Yeah, no wonder. Are there venomous birds? We know there's vegetarian spiders. Are there venomous birds? Everybody's saying yes to that one. That's an automatic. Yep. Poisonous birds? How do they do their poison? They spit it at you? What do they do? Peck you with it? What do they do? Poke you with a feather? How do they poison you? No, I'm not kidding you. How would it dispense as poison? Poop poison? You know, they like to do that. How would it inject it into you? Spurs? So it has to be fly down and it gets you? I'd like a poison poop bird. You know what I'm talking about, Mike? Doing bombs. Boom. Like that'll die. I'll be back. All right? How do they do it? If there's a venomous bird, have you ever thought about that? I'm a bird and I have venom now. How am I going to get it into the bad guy? Do birds have tongues long enough to lick? With the poison on it? I don't know. It's in its claw? You guys don't know the answer. You guys are all making it up right now. Higgs is even going as far as saying it's talons and talons only. So it's just by touching their feathers, Satters says. The first documented venomous bird was the hooded Pituhi. Pituhi. From Papua New Guinea. The poison found in its feather and skin is the same poison usually found in dart frogs. It's the most powerful natural toxin known to man. So it sounds like it only if you eat it or you touch it or something like that. It doesn't go around shooting it at you. It's just like it's instinctive protection. You eat me, you die. After a while, all the other animals in that area go, you eat a patooey, and you're patooey. You're out of here. So it's kind of like local knowledge. Don't eat a patooey or you're going patooey. When you're a little baby, you're teaching your baby warthog, don't go for the patooey bird. Don't go for the dart frog and don't go for the patooey bird or you're going patooey. It's a true story. So actually it doesn't go around shooting you or anything like that. It's just I dare you to eat me, pal. I dare you. I dare you to touch my feather. Okay? It's Pituhi. It's spelled Pitouhui. I'm just making up the pronunciation because I like it sounding Patooey. That's the one. Here we're going to do, I want to get somebody on the list with Ladrand. You guys ready? You guys ready? We were talking about camels flying before. We were talking about horses flying. Did a pig fly? When was chimpanzees orbited the earth? Come on. So we know animals have no problem flying. When did the first cow fly? Go. What year did the first cow fly? Boop. Flying cows, what year? If I get a couple quick answers, we'll spin. If not, if it takes a while to answer, 1861. Oh boy, they didn't have airplanes yet, bull. Or I don't know. Balloons, air balloon? Niffer Mama. Kill the game. Niffer got it. 1930. How did you know, Nipper? Oh, that's easy. 1930. Cows fly in 1930 all the time. Yeah, everyone knows that. I learned that in my avionics class. 1930, Patui. The first cow flew in 1930. Nipper, Mama, you're on the list. Keep playing this week, and if you win any more spots, we'll ask you to give them away to somebody. Boop, boop, you're on the list. Nipper, good job. Okay, let me tell you the story. On February 18th, 1930, Elm Farm Ollie was the first cow to fly in an airplane. Elm Farm Ollie. She was also the first cow, wait for this. They're not just put her on the plane and fly her around. You know what else they did to this poor thing? What do you think they did to her? Quick. What do you think they did to her? To Elm Farm Ollie, she's flying around. We shoved her in an airplane. It's 1930, can't be a very safe airplane. What are we gonna do to her? No, we're not eating her. No, we didn't drop her out. No. Come on, what are you gonna do to her? Hank Derbs is right, he milked her. Really? Here's our flying milking cow. What a bunch of crazies. Someone said, put her in a parachute. No, that's animal cruelty. Man, that's utterly crazy. She was the first cow to be milked while flying in an airplane. Fast food. Kimberly. That's a milkshake. She was like, this is going to be a milkshake. Sadder, I was milked in an airplane once. No, I take that back. It never happened. That sounds funny, though. Something JC would have said, so I had to say it first. Milked in an airplane. 1930. I want you guys to tell all your friends and family about this. Adrian, you guys, come on. This is why we miss Rando Facto. Because who can believe this stuff? They're flying around milking a cow at the International Air Exposition in St. Louis, Missouri. It was done as a stunt to show how safe airplanes can be. What? They're so safe. We can milk Ellie up here. Ollie. Okay. Wait. They honor, now at the Elm Farm, there's an Elm Farm dairy. At the Elm Farm, every year on February 18th, they have Ollie Day. You can't make this up. I'm not making it up. They have Ollie Day. It's a dairy festival in Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. So there we go. Everything you ever wanted to know about flying cows and were afraid to ask. Boop, you know now. Oh my goodness. Okay, there was nothing in me that said I shouldn't show the kids that one. And Nipper Mama got herself onto the spin list for that Rando Facto. Give me 10 people that liked Rando Factos this morning. Give me... it was spelled, Ollie was spelled O-L-L-I-E on here. Okay, give me 10 people that liked our Rando Factos, all the way from vegetarian spiders to cat analysts. You guys are a bunch of cat analysts, I found out. Okay? I missed it too. We have to continue on. You know what Pops is working on now? Everybody can make capsules. Am I right? We're all learning how to make capsules. I was going to show a capsule tutorial recently, and you guys said, oh, Brock already did that. We already know. People showing pictures of their own capsules. Everybody's making capsules. I love that. I have opinions. Pop opinion. I don't like stacked capsules. I don't like it stacked. What does stacked mean? Stacked means it's not just one supplement inside the capsule, but it's stacked. There's a percentage of different supplements. And I don't want to be the guy that says Paul Stamets is wrong, because Paul Stamets isn't wrong. There's a good reason for having stacked. It makes sense. It does. At the pharmacological level, it makes sense. What you're doing, usually there's 3 ingredients. Usually this is a normal stack. A normal stack is they'll do like 30% of psilocybin or ground fruit. They'll do another 30 or 40% of lion's mane. It's another really good supplement. And then they'll do the final maybe 20% of niacin, typically. One of the reasons that they use niacin makes sense. What happens with our system, niacin opens up our blood vessels and our capillaries and everything, and it opens them up to be more receptive to the chemicals that are stacked in there with that capsule. So if I take a niacin, if there's a little bit of niacin in there, it's opening up my blood vessels so that psilocybin and that lion's mane can get into my system faster, into my blood, and be more active. So there's a reason for it. So it kind of makes sense. But I don't like stacking. If I wanted to take niacin with my supplement, I would just take a niacin capsule with the prescribed amount. If I like lion's mane in my supplements, I'll take a pure lion's mane with a prescribed amount. Same thing, you go to the Sacred 7, it's the same story. It's a stacking. Here's the reason that I don't like stacking. I like pure capsules. I can figure out what kind of a dose I should have if I know how much the capsule weighs and I know that it's pure. I could have 3 different capsules. I could have a lion's mane capsule and a niacin capsule and a psilocybin capsule, all side by side, and take the amount that I want of each. But if I did, I'd know what I was taking, not what somebody said I was getting. Because in our bro science here, in our limited ability to really measure things accurately, FDA approved, it's not happening. I work hard at it here at this end to try to get my capsules all about the same weight and all of it's, you don't know, even we don't know. I'm going to give you an example of something. Hold on one second. Are you in here? I need to get something. One second. Watch this. I'm going to show you 2 different capsules. Okay. I've seen capsules. These are distinctly different because this one here is pure fruit. Pure fruit. I find myself, I'm a little iron deficient. In my older age, I've gotten a little iron deficient. So I take iron pills. I was looking at my iron pills yesterday. That's the iron, that's an iron pill. And then that's the fruit pill. But I got to thinking to myself, see, my iron pills. Looking at these, how do I know there's iron in there? How do I know? How do I know that what they're selling me here, it's iron, 18 milligrams of iron, and 60 milligrams of guess what else is in there? Just when I think that, oh, I'm Iron Man. It's filled with rice bran. You know, the crazy part of me, see, you guys heard me tell a story once here, that back in the day I was 18 years old, and I was a hustler. Smart guy, but I was always trying to find a hustle. And myself and a friend, we found ourselves out in front of the LA Coliseum when the Rolling Stones were in town, and we were selling fake acid. Clear window pane, we said. Well, it was just cut up plastic bags into little squares. And we sold about 100 hits in an hour, and we got the hell out of town. Ripped off a bunch of concert goers and got out of there. Guess what? People can do the same thing with where to go. So Pop, here's what I was going to say. Pops has a hustling brain. I found out. I'm not very pure. I work hard at being purer. I work harder at being impeccable and telling the truth and being honest and telling people here when I make a mistake. I post on IG when it's my fault. Leaders take responsibility for stuff that's their fault. My post yesterday on IG, I can't blame YouTube for putting me on timeout. I pushed the limit. There's a consequence to it. You don't blame the other people. Oh, YouTube's not fair. You're not the... You have to own it when you blow it. You have to recognize what kind of a brain do you have. I have a hustler brain. I have to fight the idea of how easy it is to rip people off. One of the ways I fight that is I won't sell anything that's mixed. It's got to be pure. I have no idea what's in this and what's in that and what's in anything from anybody else unless I know it's pure. So I can't sell something that's stacked. You know why? Well, it starts out with only 10% of lion's mane. Now it's 20% Nixians. I can get more if I put a little less psilocybin in there. And I can stretch it to where instead of just 20 capsules, I can get 100 capsules. And now I really... That's what happens when you even push yourself a little bit. Be pure. And at the same time, it gets dangerous because you don't know what's in it. We don't know. So we're going to say it's always pure, period. That's one of my biggest single problems, just between you and me. I love chocolate doses. Love them. I used to do the applesauce, apple crisps. You know what my single biggest problem is? I can't accurately say how much supplement is in a single dose or a single serving. I can accurately say with the capsule because I can weigh it. And I know it's all pure and that's the exact amount that's in there. With my apple crisps, I don't know if it's 300 milligrams or it's 400 milligrams. I don't know. I don't know if one of those apple crisps only got 200 in it and the other one got a little more of the mix and it got 4. The only way I could know that is if I made each one start with an individual dose of the same exact amount, and oh my God, I that beats the whole idea. I should make some more apple crisps, you guys. So for me, I haven't found a way that I can guarantee X amount is in a Y serving. And when I can't do that, I feel like I'm not treating my patients fairly. Does that make sense? Capsules. I like my banana capsules. They're good, great, because they're exactly 50-50. Those I'm stacking. I sit here and say I don't stack. I do have mellow yellows. They're exactly 50% psilocybin and 50% freeze-dried bananas. And they work phenomenal. But boy, in this game that's coming, you have any idea of the stuff that's being sold to each other and back and forth and then in and out and up and down? Man, we got to watch out, guys. We got to watch out. There's wolves among us. So you know what my new, and we're going to discuss this a little bit tomorrow, if you want to. We all know how to make capsules now. We even know how to mix them and add and this and that. Even if somebody told me that this is 30% this, 40% this, and 30%, I don't believe them. I don't. My brain immediately says it's probably 29%, 42%, and 31%. How do they know it's exactly 30%? That's what I say to myself. Is that a bad brain? I'll take a pure niacin dose, I'll take a pure lion's mane dose, I'll take a pure psilocybin dose, and I'll control the amounts myself. And again, this is a pop opinion. Even if I took, well, let's be honest, now that I think about it. How about this? I've taken 50%, I take 2 containers. They weigh the exact amount. Bananas ground up and fruit ground up. And I pour them into something and I mix it all up. So now they're all mixed. And I make capsules out of that mix. How do I know each of those capsules is 50-50? Are they really? Scientifically, if I could go in and measure each one's molecules, separate out the banana molecules from the psilocybin, it might be close, it might be 49-51. It might be 48-52. And I know I'm splitting hairs, but you guys know why we have to split these hairs. Kimberly, you're right. There is a tolerance in my pills, in my capsules. When I say they're 200 milligrams, sometimes you end up with one that's 189. And sometimes you end up with one that's 211. My whole thing is I don't even have to get random, or I don't have to get toleranced, a plus or minus, if I stay pure. But well-made points by the scientists among us here. So I'm going to go on to one final thought again. You know what I'm getting at? Thank you, I lost you. Okay? Yes, Jolie. I'm rambling. For us, we're going to always present, except for looks like in my mellow yellows, and I don't know what I'm giving you. We're going to want to get you as pure as we can, which is pure. So we know how to make capsules. How many of us have been thinking, be honest now, give me a little bit of feedback. How many of us have been thinking lately, you know what we need to do? What would really be neat is we could if we could do these in pill form instead of capsule. Pill form. Should we make pills out of these? Or is that a waste of time? Pressed pills, Hank. Is it a waste of time? Nurse, if I have to, I'll get one. That's the thing though, right? Cleaning, you got to use a binder. If you had, seems like a waste. Do you think the capsules seal the freshness? I'm reading these answers here because I'm sincerely considering making pills. It's a waste of time. And then you're also adding an additive, the binder, right? And what do you get out of it? Longer storage? I don't know. What do you get out of it? Easier transportability? Not really. These are pretty easy to carry around, aren't they? Now I'm starting to talk myself out of it. Do we even know how to make a pill? Seriously, we all know how to make capsules. Adrian says, don't spend any more time processing. Just get those things in the capsules and get them out. Extended release. Well, let me ask you guys this. Even if we don't do it, would you like to know how? Even if we don't do it, the capsules metabolize easier than pills. I believe that, Julie. I've practiced with some of these capsules, just putting them in hot water. Not even hot. Just like 100-degree water, and they melt. Let's, tomorrow. I found this beautiful article. How to make tablet from powder to pills. How to make a tablet. It's not that long. And it's super interesting. We'll at least know what the heck we're talking about. What do you think, Jeff? Tomorrow? That's going to be our subject, our class subject tomorrow. If you feel like reading anything about it today to get up, get ahead. Trevor Slater probably already knows everything there is to know about him. But I want to learn about that together. I haven't finished the article personally because I'm thinking to myself, is this worth it? It sure would be fun to do. It would be fun to do, but I don't know that it's marketable. Okay? Trevor. So tomorrow, let's have a, I didn't read the letter. Which letter, Mike? Sorry. Let's have a how to make a tablet class. All right? It'll be interesting, but not necessary. And then let's finish today with some spiritual thoughts. Can we finish today with a couple of spiritual thoughts here? And we're going to do something to get one more person on the list. This is from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. Living in modern times has turned us into watchers. That's pretty interesting. Think about that just alone. Are you more of a watcher or more of a doer? Do you watch people fish or do you get out there and go fishing? Do you watch people make capsules or are you making your own? Living in modern times has turned us into watchers. We place a sliver of distance between us and everything we meet. It's a sliver of distance. Stand up, watch. It is this watching that disheartens our days. It takes the color out of the earth, and it makes songs sound flat. Watching makes songs sound flat. You could be singing in the shower and you sound good to yourself. Don't sing at all and you're going to sound pretty flat. You're just watching the water come down. The Native American view on watching, the Native American view on this is healing. With respect for all aspects of creation, we are asked to honor whatever we see. Honor it. Honor it. Whatever we see. Rock, rain, fence, or stranger. We honor it as a member of our family. By honoring all things as living, that rain, that fence, that rock. By honoring all things as living, the courage to join with the universe becomes a manner of being that can happen even while sitting still. In knowing the world this way, there is no such thing as a metaphor. The wind is not like God's voice. The wind is God's voice. I love this. I want to say that one more time. Knowing the world this way, there are no metaphors. There is no, it's like this. It is it. Memories are not images of loved ones returning to us. They are the spirit of the loved one visiting us. It takes courage to remove that sliver of distance that we carry around our necks. It takes courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's how you respond even if there is fear. Nothing's going to stop me from taking this sliver off of my neck. That's courageous. It takes courage to remove the sliver of distance we carry around our necks. But the reward is a world alive and not dead. The song you can hear and not flat. Such courage lets the juices of the world flow. I love that. I love juices. You know, when you bite into something and it's just pouring down your mouth and you're just like, that was the best orange I've had in months. That was so amazing. And you don't even want to wipe your beard. You don't even want to, but you have to because it's rude. You want to, oh, that's just delicious, juicy. That's what happened. The watermelon. That's what happens when we remove that sliver of distance and we stop watching. You know why? Peaches. Oh, God, Holly, I love a peach. Love plum. I haven't had a plum in a minute. A good, juicy plum. And then you look at the fruit after you've eaten it and go, oh, God, that was so good. Right? And you know why? You know why we can think of this right now? Because we know what it tastes like. It was juicy. That's what happens when you do instead of watch. I wouldn't even know what that juice felt like if I didn't eat the peach. I wouldn't know what the end of that walleye on the end of my line felt like unless I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I went. And then when it's on the end of your line, you're going, man, I am feeling life's juices like no other. Reel it in. So that's beautiful. We'll talk some more out of this book this week too. Right? Sound good? Sounds good. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be here today. Thanks for putting up with me. Let's get one more person on our list here. Let's get one. Oh, before I go. I finally found him. I finally pulled him out. I finally took care of business. Mike, MVP and Kim. So Kim, we haven't talked about it enough, and we have to start pushing this. Kim and Mike are having a Mush Fest in Colorado. A Mush Fest coming up in Colorado. And what they're doing, and it's a smart thing, I love that they do it because we want to defray the expenses. It's expensive to throw these parties, you guys. I'm not joking. Every time you turn around and go, oh, and I still have to go get the forks. Oh, napkins. Oh, geez, tablecloths. Oh, my goodness. That's the tip of the iceberg. These things cost tons of money. Tons of money to put on. And people do it because they love it. Well, what we want to do, oh, Jesus, I will show it on the map. That's a good idea. Tomorrow I'll tag it. I'll get the place. On occasions, please be checking out Kim's and Mike's IG pages. They are auctioning things off that are valuable. They're not going to be near the value of what we pay for them. We're going to overpay by $1 million because they're taking the money and impeccably putting it towards Colorado City, Colorado, and the Mush Fest that is going to happen there. And I need you guys to support that in a kind way by getting involved in their auctions. Please get over there, make some ridiculous offer that you can afford, and hope somebody outbids you. Okay, that's what I do. I mean, I make a ridiculous offer and goes, oh, geez, I hope somebody outbids me. Phew, they did, and I did my part. So that's what you need to do. And if you get stuck with it, you won't be sorry. Mike, last week, 3 weeks ago, I finally found him. He sent me, Mike and Kim sent me trays. How cute are these trays? There's 5 or 6 of these trays. And this is how squared away they are. Let me tell you how squared away those two are. He sends me a note. Donuts. Oh, and what else is in there? Grinders. Gorgeous grinders. You can tell high quality one too. Seriously. Good metal. Grinder action. Okay? Grinders and trays. Sent me this big box of them. I'm like, I don't need 7 trays and 15 grinders. There's a note with a label attached. A mailing label already prepaid. Boy, I didn't expect that. And a paint pen. They ain't letting me off the hook. Dear Pops, I hope this reaches you in good health. I am very grateful for you doing this. I'm enclosing a paint pen that I think will show up well. I was thinking if you could write Be Nature like you do on the cards, or anything you choose. We will fully appreciate them. We're going to auction these off for food and lodging at the Mush Fest in July. Again, thank you, MVP and Kim. I've paid return postage with this and a ship label. Thank you. We're going to sign these. What an honor. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to find these and get this done, but I think our timing will be just about perfect because their Mushfest is in about exactly 1 month. I'm going to say this up front. I don't know if they had planned on selling them, auctioning them as a kit or separately. I don't know. But I can tell you this, that if you're going to see Pop's name on the bottom of a tray, name on the bottom of a tray or something from me, you have to start the bid at a minimum $20. $20. Don't be messing around. And there's 5 of them. It's going to be an honor to have one, but it's more than that. Why'd you buy it? Why'd you reach out to them and try to get one? So I need you to start it. I know that this thing probably didn't cost that in China. I know that. But I want $20. There's only 5 of them. That's $100. That's going to basically pay for the silverware. Okay? So I'm going to send these over to them with something signed. And if I see somebody telling them I'll pay you $7.99 for one, I'm going to be frustrated by you. Okay? And then the grinders, they're going to do something else with that. They're going to have a bottom line price because I really don't know what they paid for them. But they have to make money. And we have to get them major donations for this. And I just think that would be so honest and so fair. I love this. I just can't believe she found donuts. You guys know us and our donuts and man, and then I had the honor. These guys literally said, "Pops, you just I know send them to us. That would be worth more." I'm like, "You damn right they will." Okay, you damn right they're gonna be worth more. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about when I say thank you for letting me be here. All right, so Kim and Mike, I'll get those signed and mailed out to you back today. You guys be looking for those on their IG pages and everywhere else that they're posting those and get those bought up. And I'm going to check back and make sure you did. Okay? You know what that is? That's the lotto. Go. Number between 1 and 50, you can name 3 numbers on one line. Between 1 and 50, 3 numbers. The first to get the number right will move forward to the spin to win round on Friday. Satter Wolf, kill it. Satter got it already. Satter said 33, and the number was 33. Satter said 30. There was all kinds of 33s on here. Billy and Trippy and Deandra. Oh, you guys all felt that 33 coming. Satter said it first. Okay? Satter, we're moving you forward to the spin to win round. You're going to have a couple of big chances and a couple of big prizes. Satter, that'll be you. Okay? You guys, thanks a lot. I had a beautiful day here. And we're going to talk about making pills tomorrow. We'll do a couple more rando factos, and we'll just keep this ball rolling. Anybody need anything out there, they reach out to Pops. They reach out to Sandman. They reach out to MVP. They reach out to CCS. Those are all the people in the little circle situation that, man, I can guarantee you'll get taken care of like, boop, like that. Okay? And if you're not, we'll stand accountable to each other. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. We're right at 10:15. It's perfect. Jesus Christ, I love you, man. I'm glad that you were here today. Liddy Ladran and Ibn. Ibn was so nice to write to me to make sure I was okay. Thanks, Ibn. And Pidgey, Page. You'll win again. You're always a winner. Big Al. There you are, my friend. And MVP and Satter Wolf and Carrie. Hi, Carrie. And Jesus Christ and Ego and Holly M and Slingy. And RX, there's my guy. Anthony the Big Man Thornton, D. Anderson, Mike Barabal, Achilles Chip, you enjoy your day, MDK and Satter Wolf and Holly. And Billy Flynn, okay, thank you. I'll check that out. And Trippy and Ibn and Liddy Ladran and Hags. Hags, I love you, man. And moms, you guys have a beautiful day. Slingy and Ego and Holly and Jolie. There's my girl. S. Martin and Satter and I Lost and Cleany. And Bill Flynn, love you back. And Carrie and Poncho. Adios. Adrian, have a good day. Benny Ben. And Ibs and the Waz and Holly and Hank Durbs. I wish you well, wishing well. Anthony and Moms, have a beautiful day in Niff. And Hip Kitty Meow. And Mo Grizzly and Holly. There's Mo. Mo, you're a Mo Grizzly. Holly and Bill D and the American One. And Paige and Mushmouth. How's it hanging in New Hampshire, big man? Holly and Mike and I Lost you and Holly and MVP and Billy and Trippy and Greeny and Paige and Holly and Sharon. Ronnie was laughing. I miss my Ronster. Kimberly, have a beautiful day. Flying Wings, CCS, Grady, Trippy, Big Baby Turtle, Air, ALR, loving back. Holly and Saskamoto, and MDK, Pops, peace. Have a beautiful day, you guys. Be kind to one another. Be kind to yourself.